What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Wow, wow, wow. Let me just say, I miss my champion. I really do. I um I want to make one thing clear, please, and I want y'all to hear me out on this and know my heart. Cause God know my heart. When it comes to Claressa Shields, Remy Ma, Papoose, Easy the Black Cabin, even though we know they continue to make social media headlines on the internet, let's just be real about something, man. All of sin and come short of the glory of God. We all have flaws. We all do. But I know that we also be entangled in celebrity lifestyles, because data ones basically who the bar is raised for us to actually see this is what success is called in society. That's how they measure it, based upon what you got, who you with. So the attention will always be on them than those of us who not known to the world like they are. And even though a lot of them try to make it seem as though they don't like the press and negative feedback, they do, because they the ones release it. They the ones put all this stuff out here. They do. And they do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. When they go to Twitter and put up that, they know they being watched. They know they being covered. When they go to Facebook, Instagram, when they go to YouTube, they know what they doing. That's why they be in the comments and DM people depending on what they say. But again, they put it out here. They do the thing they do by which they put it out here. That's why certain artists you don't never hear about. And why you don't never hear about them? Because they not putting their business on social media to be talked about. You got to understand, we don't live with these people. We ain't even from where they from. And the things we talk about come from them. That's why we able, again, to show receipts on things we talk about. I've been a supporter of Claressa Shields for years. I liked her as a boxer. I liked her as a black woman, as a boxer, period. Because, we want to root for our own, we want to make sure that, we on top of things. And when you got a sister like her cleaning up, man, that was my girl. You get what I mean? That was my girl. But she wasn't so actively on social media like she doing now ever since she been messing with Papoose. It's like she have let that go to her head to the point where you can't tell her nothing, okay? You can't tell her nothing. And I know why. I'm older, so I peep game a lot. I recognize a lot of things, so I get it. I know why. In the process of this, though, I liked her better when she was just kicking ass and taking names, and that's what it was. What it was, and that's what made a lot of us like her. A lot of us liked her because of that. The more she started coming on the internet, the more she started exposing things about herself that just made people just start questioning her character. The obsessive lying, the arrogance, the pride, the looking down on others, acting like you never had nothing, the shaming, the deceitfulness. And it's just like, wow. Oh, I wish you never said nothing. I wish you just stayed humble. And it's like she don't see at all how disappointing this can be and how this actually is hurting her. And even though they trying their hardest to make her be something that we not willing to accept and receive, because there's a lot of responsibility that come with this, a lot of it. And I don't believe none of us want to feel the way we feel right now about what's going on. But it's like y'all force our hands to make decisions and actually see things for what they really are. That is not really good at all. Look, the thing about the internet world, there are some genuine stand-up people who's not famous and popular, but is realistic to life to know, hold on, this is not right. This is not right. That's why you got people calling you out on adultery. That's why you got people calling you out on your attitude. That's why you got people calling you out on your deceitfulness. Because there's some solid, genuine people that true to life that knows this is not right. And this is not the way you should be carrying yourself. But again, if this who you are, then it is who it is. It reminds me of Mike Tyson. Y'all know how we grew up on Mike Tyson and we love to see Mike Tyson box. Everybody loved to see Mike Tyson box, but we didn't like his character outside of the ring. We didn't like his anger. We didn't like his disrespect. We didn't like how reckless and violent he was. But in the ring, we loved it. We honored it. We appreciated it. And this is what you see going on here. We love you as an athlete. We love what you do in the ring. But outside of the ring, when it comes to your real life or what's going on, this is not the woman we honor. It's not the woman we honor. And just like Remy, you have the same problem. You reckless and don't see how you hurting yourself. You looking down on others. You don't see that it is the people who put you in a position to win. But y'all always so quick to forget about that. Y'all so quick to forget about that. And it's terrible. And one thing that really get me the most, that I just wish y'all stop, I wish y'all stop promoting Jesus Christ in this filthiness. I wish y'all stop doing that. It is so embarrassingly disrespectful to see you continue to speak about Jesus Christ while you are publicly in an adulterous relationship as though Christ is blessing it. That is so darn goofy to me. And she be literally saying that God is blessing her. She says that God is blessing her in this adulterous relationship. I'm like, girl, do you know anything about God? You sound crazy. You sound crazy. No, not at all. I'm sorry. Here, take it. Take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. Don't worry. I'll do it for you. No. No. No, 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 no. No, girl, get out of here with that trash. I can't stand that part. If you're going to do the things you do, then do the things you're going to do. Leave Christ up out of it. Leave Christ up out of it. This stuff is terrible. And I know the enemy is using these things too. The enemy is using this. You and Remy both doing that same trash. Remy talking about she a Christian. You talking about you a Christian. Y'all sitting up here wearing pussy outfits. Like literally pussy outfits. That's showing your pussy, showing your titties. And then you wearing crosses on your neck. Shouldn't that at least remind you or convict you of the things you saying and doing? You're going to put a cross on your neck. Shouldn't that consciously make you aware of the things you saying and doing? But no, it's like they do it to mock God. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm a Christian. Give me my cross. Now give me my pussy outfit. Literally wearing nothing. Hold on, I'm going to show this again. I don't care. Because people will be like, oh, what are you talking about, brother? What you say? I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, right there. Right there. That's a pussy outfit. Tulip, tags down the breast to hide the titties. One ribbon rag around the vagina part to cover the pussy. Look, no panties, no bra. But saying, hey, I'm a Christian too, you know. the Lord Jesus Christ. Like, really? They would have stoned you to death in Moses in them days, in Jesus in them days. They would have stoned y'all to death. I don't get this Western mentality of y'all thinking that God is honoring this. This not modesty. Y'all done bought into the lie that when it comes to women and their talent, the only way your talent can be noticed is if you butt naked. If you butt naked, exploiting your damn self. You bought into this lie. And you put your Lord second. No, he ain't even second. You put him last. Last of everything else that's going on in your life. That's all it is. Like, what are you doing to yourself, man? What are you doing? That stuff is terrible and it's very tacky. And this is why things are falling apart for y'all. The Bible is clear. God will not be mocked. And you continue to do it. Again, if you're going to live like this and do that, then do it. But don't put Christ across your chest as a banner and say, this is Christianity. And I know the enemy is doing this so that it could put a stain on Christianity because it knows, he knows that this is the way of salvation. Jesus say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And this is one of the attacks of the devil, to get people who don't honestly really love Jesus Christ, to claim Jesus Christ, to live shameful, wicked, ungodly lives, and put Christ on a stamp of it to make people turn from Jesus Christ. When everybody knows Jesus Christ to be holy and righteous, true, and love. You got homosexual pastors talking about this is Christianity, when the Bible is clear, no homosexual shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. You got pimps and murderers and whores standing at the pulpit claiming to be pastors and putting it all on social media, mocking and using God as a sport to turn people away from the truth, a true Christianity. Because they only gonna highlight the Satanism of those who claim in Christianity to bring a stain on God. And y'all helping and y'all assisting. If you're going to be a whore, be a whore. Leave Jesus out of it. If you're going to be a homosexual, be a homosexual. Leave Jesus out of it. You're going to be a thief and a murderer, be a thief and a murderer. But leave Jesus out of it. Don't claim to be a born-again, Bible-believing Christian when you literally promoting this lifestyle and this life as though this is what Christianity is, because it's not. God condemns it. He condemns it. These people are crazy. They are retarded. They are mentally screwed up in the head. You walking around with another woman husband on her arm talking about Jesus Christ. Girl, get some business. I can't stand that stuff. It burns me up because I know what the devil was doing. I know what the devil was doing. He want to show all these fake so-called Christians claiming to be believers in Jesus Christ and then showing them living the life of Satan. But then calling it Christianity, calling it of God, calling it Jesus Christ. No, if you're going to do your mess and your filth, do your mess and filth, but leave Jesus Christ out of it, please. Leave him out of it. Leave him out of it. And it's terrible. God give y'all these platforms where you can glorify him. You are the #1 female boxer in the world. God did bless you with talent. God did bless you in a position to glorify him. And you taking it to embarrass him. You taking it to bring disappointment and shame to him. You have received and accepted the rewards of Satan off of the gifts of God. And instead of you honoring him in a true way that actually line up with a true lifestyle and conduct to show he working in your life, you using this to bring shame to him as though he have no power in your life. Because that's what that means. When you have these platforms and you have these cameras and you have this position, and then you say Jesus, but Jesus is life-changing. He teach you self-control. He teach you respect. He teach you love, value. These people, man, this is terrible. And I hate it with a passion. I don't mind. Look, do what y'all do. If you're going to do what you do what you do. You got to take that up with God. But stop saying you doing this in the name of God. Stop doing that. Stop allowing the enemy to put that in y'all heart and head. Stop doing that. That's not good. And if you're going to do it, then tell the truth. Like, look, I do believe in Jesus, and God is working on me. And I know he wouldn't approve of the way I dress. He wouldn't approve of me having sex with another woman's husband. He wouldn't approve of me selling drugs. He wouldn't approve of me hurting people. He wouldn't approve of me stealing and taking. But he working on me. And I know he real. And I know he true. And I know Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. But he's still working on me. Then say that part. Stop trying to make it seem like he okay with this. Stop doing that. I can't stand that. She getting too arrogant, too prideful. Can't tell her nothing because she at a point in her life where she believes she not ugly no more. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to tell the truth because that is the truth. Do I got to play that too? Do I got to play that again too? Because I can play that again too. And this is one of the reasons why she so in love with Papoose. This is why she loved taking pictures with Papoose. This is why she loved dressing up Papoose just like her. You know why? Because for the first time, she feels good about herself. She's starting to feel beautiful now. And she's dating her first celebrity ever. When there was a time when she believed she was ugly, men didn't really like her like that, to be in public with her. So now she get to show off him because he's a celebrity. So it's like, look, while everybody used to talk about me, saying I was ugly, saying I was this, look, I got a celebrity. She loved, that's why. That's why she let go Tony Rich for Papoose. Because Papoose was a real celebrity. He real popular. And she's still haunted by her past. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. And that's why she had no problem with that. And Papoose used that to his advantage. That's how he knew he could get her. Because he knew nobody really liked her. Nobody really saw her attractive like that. And he knew she would accept the compliment. He knew it. And that's exactly what she did. She wanted it so bad, she let go her fiance. Because she was already engaged to marry Tony Rich. But Pap, she let Tony Rich go for Pap. Because, why? Pap was a celebrity. She never been with a celebrity before. When she been told mostly all her life that she ugly. To the point that it started playing a part of her choices and lifestyle. Okay, I'm gonna show it to y'all in case a person think I'm lying, because you know you're gonna always have somebody saying, "Oh no, that's not true." I'm gonna show it to you. Here we go. Okay, both my points are what I was saying. God and the scandal. But watch this, what she said about herself when it came to how she looked at herself. Let's see what she say.
17 and 21. But I think God's timing is the best timing because back then I didn't have a brand. I didn't know what I stand for.
What did you want to do back then? What was your goal?
Beat girls up.
That was it.
That was it. I didn't have any other goals. I wanted to be the best in the gym. I wanted to be the best inside the ring. I didn't, hair and makeup and clothes. I just was like, who cares?
Yeah.
See that? Now, you see it. Crazy thing about it is everybody on that panel looking at her. When they look at her face, they ain't caring about the boxing. They covering that, but guess what they know? You in an adulterous relationship with another woman's husband. Everybody know Remy Ma and Papoose married to each other. You're having sex with them with no shame, but you on here talking about, God this, and God that. Well, did you hear God telling you not to do that? Do you hear God when you having sex with him saying this is adultery? Do you hear the Spirit of the Lord convicting you when you actually saying his name, attaching it to this mess? Do you? Do you? She say she a Christian. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, we not trying. No. Look what she say. I didn't care about hair, makeup, and nail. So imagine Claressa Shields without hair, without makeup, and proper clothes on like a woman. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You see that picture right there to your right. That's her without it, and this her with it. You tell me the difference. You tell me the difference. How far makeup, hair, and clothes can go. You tell me the difference. Oh, you want, okay, I'll show you the difference. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show y'all the difference because we got receipts over here. So right here is Javante Davis blasting Claressa Shields on Twitter, right? Or X. Look what he say. So Ryan beat Buddy ass fair and square. What the French bulldog face lady, Claressa, have to say about this? See how they all looked at her as being ugly. She looked at herself as being ugly too. They all knew it. Now, this Javante Davis is a star. That's why she's so crazy about Pap. Pap helped her in her insecurities in being ugly by being one of the only and her first celebrity publicly willing to put him on her arm. That's why she didn't mind paying him and signing over her rights to him, because in her mind, that mental complex wall built ever since she was a teenager that taught her. That's why she got into fighting, because people would be teasing her, calling her ugly, her life. And as she grew up, she just got mad and angry and started learning how to fight back from being bullied and teased, only to then become a bully and now teasing people. That's what's crazy. Usually when you grow up being bullied and you learn how to fight, you be a protector of others who being bullied, who don't know how to fight. That wasn't the case with her. She actually became a bully and started teasing people afterward. That's her mentality. So Papoose was the first celebrity to only publicly be with her. That's her first celebrity relationship ever. That's why. That's why. And people don't understand that. People don't get it. That's why. Look, this is what they was calling her. This is why she wasn't with no rappers, no young rappers. So again, see, y'all ain't getting it, man. See, come on, man. Y'all better catch up. Catch up. Y'all ain't catching up, okay? But you come to the right channel. Again, that's why when Remy says this,
your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy.
Why are you 30 years old, got your whole life ahead of you by being the world's greatest female champion right now? Why would you attach yourself to a 47-year-old man who has no money at all, except for now the percentage you now giving him? That's what Remy was asking. You're 30 years old. You're making a lot of money now. Your money can actually have you making better choices for the most part. It's supposed to. And you steady growing up. That's what I'm saying. You steady going up. Why would you attach yourself to the 47-year-old broke man? Why? This is why, Remy. Because Papoose helps her insecurities and being ugly and unattractive that she's been hearing her whole life. what I just played y'all. She said, I just started caring about hair, makeup, and clothes. And you 30? Yeah, because she been here and she been ugly her whole life. She just accepted it to the point it's now a mind state of hers. So when Pap DMing her because he want to get back at Remy, who was friending her, and when he went, like, she like, ooh, a star celebrity actually really talking to me. Look. That's why she liked being seen with him. She liked taking pictures, like dress up alike so that she could be in the spotlight, limelight, all eyes on her. Let's go here, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. And let me use this to everybody who called me ugly when I was younger. To all the girls who thought they looked better than me that wanted papoose. I got somebody that's handsome, she believe, who actually want to be with me, and everybody can see. I don't care about this being Remy's husband. I don't care about this being adultery. I have a celebrity who actually calls me his woman. Because that block. These facts nobody can get around, man. And I wish it wasn't like this, man. I don't know, man, who in her life. It's terrible. It's obvious to see that whoever been around her don't know what wasn't giving her no type of good advice. None. And I hate to see her like this, man, because I actually did like her. She didn't need papoose for nothing, man. Her being with him actually hurt her a lot, man. It's just not a good look. It's terrible. It looks desperate. It shows desperation. It shows insecurities. It shows low self-esteem. And it's terrible, man. It is. I'm sorry. It is. It's terrible. Terrible, man. Like, girl. That's terrible, man. I can't see it. But it is what it is. And things just gonna keep going down. They try to make it seem as though she's being more successful now with him. That's not true. These lies clearly gonna be seen through. These lies are clearly seen through. Come on, these lies are clearly seen through. Clearly. Ain't nobody buying that. You was doing better without him. We're not gonna play these games. We already exposed the $8 million deal is fake. We exposed that. And now you supposed to be having a win record signing. You can't even rap. You released the song with the girl. Man, ain't nobody feeling that stuff. You know what? I'm going to do that on another blog. I was finna just show people the numbers. But this is a disappointment, man. It really is, man. You literally taking away from your platform. You really is. You taking away from your platform. Pap did give some good advice that you away from. He said, you being a female champion of boxing is where you should remain, and that's your platform. You're stepping out of that, and that's hurting you because you stepping out of there trying to be a rapper. Terrible. You can't even rap. You can't even dance. You not only can't rap, you can't even dance. Second of all, and you're with a married man, and sponsors ain't gonna pick that up. I'm sorry. That's why you like, oh yeah, you know, I had to sign with Win Records, right? Because it's rap. Ain't no real sponsor getting behind that. I'm sorry. It just ain't gonna happen. They is not going to attach their brands to adultery. They just not gonna do it, mama.
Put me in the den with the lines. We in the line of fire for the Messiah. Put me in the den with